and it just did not help the cause. IG, they needed a hero in that mid lane to go up against that TA. Emo on that Monkey King will be the one to do so. Now,
10-4 compared to SCCC's 5-4, and that is really just down to that wave being wiped out down mid from that really long pull. So SCCC gonna have to play a little bit of backup, and Fenrir.
yeah, he's in trouble. Dogfights with the nice rotation, and Emo with the Jingu Mastery proc makes it very easy for him to go ahead and dish out the damage. First Blood going to the way of IG, and I've got to tell you,
Really starting to fall behind in this lane, at least in terms of EXP. And, you know, all these rotations from Newbee supports has not been paying off, and now it's IG's turn.
yeah, Emo coming back in as Triple C out of Refraction. They do get the Burrow Strike off onto Ollie, but it will not matter. Emo now has a triple kill on that Monkey King. John, this TA, that's the hero that needs to be online for Newbee. Like, without that,
Yeah, it's not a great sign for Newbee right now. You are putting your mid-game bets all on this TA, really, because she's the one that's going to be setting that momentum. She's the one that's going to be active on that map. You're not going to be relying on a Nagasaran to be active early on. It's just not the nature of this hero, and SCCC again.
getting Nightmared up. They tick down the Refraction. Not quite enough, though.
It's going to be hard to slow down, especially with the draft Newbee has. So they're going to need to find a way to keep that AM in control, and looks like they will be able to catch out JT.
Yeah, this is the second time he gets caught out, though. Looks like he is going to make a bit of a run. Now they do have Ollie coming in. A Doom comes down on the Naga, and Dogfights joins in as well on that Pangolier. They should be able to deal enough damage on that Naga to take her out, and JT going to do the search around. We'll find her in the end, and has the Purge available, and she is surely dead. The Doom will tick out, but it will not matter. He will get the final right-click off.
On the AM, so Doodle having a really, really good time. Just basically free farm to hell. And that's not a good sign for Newbee again. You're not seeing that same momentum on your core that needs to farm like that. Gia just not having that great start. I mean, you know, it's not a bad start. It's just not as good as the AMs.
They found Emo, but they won't be able to claim the kill quite yet. Nightmare was there, though they will eventually find it. But now the turnaround. Dogfights with the Rolling Thunder, the Fiend's Grip, and the Mana Void getting YG at the end. They will also find Fenrir, though Ollie falling low. But no, SCCC couldn't finish him off. The Doom was there from JT, and they'll claim the TA as well. Awen trying to make a run for it, but he is definitely going to be the fourth death, it looks like. He has the Surge, but it's not really available quite yet. It does come off cooldown, but he doesn't even bother.
These guys are just a bit too tanky at this point, and again, the damage just isn't there with the heroes that do want to fight.
Well, they're going to try and go in now, but Ollie is in prime position to turn any kind of engagement around. They get a glimpse off onto Dogfights, and Dogfights should just be dead, but they're going to go for a fight. Emo, he'll pop the Wukong's command. Not the greatest of commands, though. We'll have to let it go. Now, Awen trying to go after Ollie on that Bane. Maybe even going to dive the T1 tower, though. No. Glimpse back onto Ollie. They will give the vision. Emo, meanwhile, still trying to get out of here. SCCC now will rotate in, and this should be an easy kill on the Bane, though. Boundless Strike does come in, but it will not matter. And where did the AM die?
Yeah, and we are starting to see SCCC take a much more active role in this map. With that Blink Dagger, he can gap close a bit safer, and he can jump certain heroes to very least pick off the supports.
They're almost taking... In fact, they do. Doodle, he goes down to the Naga, and now Gia commits the song. Thinking about going back in. Is he going to do so, though? Yeah, Dogfights gets Burrow Striked up. Gia will be there. Has the Incinerator available finally. He will run in with the Illusions, and Dogfights cannot do anything about that. Now JT getting caught out. There's the Glimpse Static Storm and Kinetic Field being thrown out as well. And Newbee just out of nowhere, John. How... It just felt like they were so far behind. JT in the smoke with Ollie trying to set up on this TA, and she is all alone. In fact, she runs right towards them, though she will react with the meld. They know she's there, but they don't have the detection. Now she blinks out. Can they find her? Ollie has the Fiend Grip and does commit it, and there's the Doom. This will be a nice, easy kill on the TA now. Just no help to speak of from the side of Newbee. And look, you get a nice lead on Newbee, but you can't afford to make little mistakes like that. But how do you even fight into a Nagasaran song, though? Like, she's just going to be able to song and take out the Roshan. So they don't waste their time. Don't think they even had time to react anyway. Of course, that surprise Desolator on SCCC really going to help the cause. Butterfly as well, being finished up on Gia. He's just going to take the mid-tier 2 tower by himself. Meanwhile, Emo gets caught out underneath the tier 2 tower and cannot sustain the damage from SCCC. Can they find any more? It may not even matter. I mean, Gia has found the tier 2 tower by himself. And YG, a blind burrow strike on JT, he will end up finding him. Meanwhile, Static Storm is there on dogfights. They're just trapping everybody up. Dogfights will swashbuckle, but it will not help the cause. He gets vacuumed back. Now JT, he does dodge a burrow strike, but gets purged up by Gia, which means he is definitely dead. Another 3 heroes going down for the side of IG. Make that a Rax as well. Yeah,
I mean,
why the hell not?
Defense just not there. They're just not ready from IG's side. We haven't seen the Wukong's command in a while. We haven't seen...
Maybe he doesn't join in. There is a loop round from IG ready to punish, but they are going to allow this Rax to go down before they actually get involved, it seems. Rolling Thunder is there in the backline, so JT going to be alright. Meanwhile, Fenry, a nice Static Storm onto Dogfights, and he is now dead. Ollie also lost his life. Now, well, Dogfights, yeah, you're gone. They do end up getting A1 on the Darkseid, but Doodle, he gets Burrow Strike dumped. YG sets it up for the team, though. No, the Blink will be there in time. Now Dogfights will buy back on the Pango. I don't see them saving JT in this situation. Mana Void comes out, but it is not enough damage. JT, he will end up losing his life very easily. And they don't lose the Aegis, so Gia says, let's just go back in.
Yeah, and this should be an easy, again, bottom set of racks completely cleaned up. I feel like that's one of the strengths of that Naga Siren. Like, sure, it farms well, sure, you can accelerate that way, but with the way the game goes nowadays, you really want to be active early on. Ooh.
Bot lane. Doodle, yeah, Static Storm is there. He's got no way out of it. He is dead. Gia says thank you very much for the setup. One of those things, you've got the song, you've got the disruptor. It's just such an easy kill on the AM if you do catch him out like that. He has not opted for a BKB. He is going for it now, but it might be too late. And now JT, he'll get started with the Burrow Strike from YG. He is dead. Rolling Thunder from Dogfights comes out. There will be a buyback. They're going to fight this. Emo, though, not able to lock down the SK. Now they do, but he Burrow Strikes out, and the vac wall is there from A1. Gia jumps in onto JT. This is not a team fight Newbee wants to take. They are going to take it regardless. They've got no choice in the matter. They'll lose Dogfights. It's a dieback on him. We did see the buyback there from the AM. Doodle, where is he going, though? Just out of the team fight. Range Rax in the mid lane is gone. Final Rax for Newbee to be taken. There's the GG call. IG, I mean, what can they do, John? They're so far behind now. There's just no option left.
Yeah, and again, it's surprising for us, but I guess when you play the Naga as it's supposed to be, with that early aggression, when you start forcing the fights with your Riptide, we see a Lina coming out from Newbee. Interesting shakeup. It does look like, yeah, support Lina. Going to be the offlane Sand King, and that's the flexibility playing in here. I think SCCC is really one of the only few mid laners that still goes for the fast blink in the OD and the active early on. That could pay off massively if they get those early kills.
Double stun coming out already onto Ollie. He's copped a fair bit of damage. Awen might turn around and keep going for this, though. It does seem like Ming a bit too threatening on that lifesteal. Well, they're going to throw out another stun, dishing out that harassment once again. Trying to secure that top bounty rune. Should be able to pick it up as well. Ollie, you can't run in like that. Awen, they didn't wait for the Burrow Strike first. Now Awen might die, though. He has to Burrow Strike out. YG still going. They will manage to get those bounty runes, though, on the side of Newbee, and Ollie will be the first blood coming out. YG now just going to have to try and make a run for it, although he does have another Light Strike array. Awen has another Burrow Strike as well. They might find a double kill very early on. In fact, they just need one more. No, they needed another one. YG really begging to get in range for that attack, but it looks like YG man goes up and might just get back to it.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing a lot of value coming out from this Lina support. Nice stun.
Yep, bonus strike into the Light Strike array. He loses over half his HP, though. Now a nice Shackles coming out from Ollie. He may be able to turn this one around. The Rage is there as well, though. YG, Light Strike array. The Rage was just in time. Awen, he has the Burrow, though. He'll find the trade. And any day of the week, if you're a position 4, you're more than happy to give your life away for a position 1 kill. It's very worrying when you can't even kill a position 4 Lina that quickly, and she does manage to walk out of there. Not a good sign.
Yeah, that it really isn't. I mean, it looked like they had everything set for that kill. Now, I mean, no.
Rage is up, gets the banner in, but they're going to chase him down for sure. He will be able to TP out, though. No, the Rage wasn't long enough.
What? He hesitated. He popped the Rage. He walked around a bit.
The only problem is they're losing that as well. I realize they just picked up the Midases, but even with those Midases, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull ahead of these newbie cores. They are just way too efficient at farming and getting these hero kills. In fact, Gia on Arming, SCCC is there as well, and now Arming does not want to borrow this, but he doesn't have a choice. Gia Remnant's in. He doesn't have the chains yet, but he will in just a second, and with that, SCCC will just be able to knock him down with the Arcane Orbs.
How Newbee slowed down the game. They still have that chaotic offering and haven't dropped it, although they might have to drop it for this defense.
Yeah, certainly so. Chains will not land, though Awen will jump in with the burrow. They do have Black Hole available, and Dogfight's thinking about committing it, and he might now. He does do so. Where's that golem? It doesn't matter. SCCC jumps in and drops the hammer. Ollie, the only one left, he goes down as well. It happened that darn fast, John. You don't need the golem. SCCC will take care of it.
And they get a nice amount of kills as well. And they've killed the Lifestealer twice in a row. It felt like he just respawned when he died again in that jungle.
GG playing with fire mid lane. He does get fluxed up. They have the lockdown though. Ollie, he can't get in range. He doesn't have the Aether Lens yet. Gia, the confidence from this man. He's still going. He cops the Malefice, and now he's in trouble, though. Gia, double Burrow Strike, and an Epicenter coming in from Awen. In fact, it was a triple. They do get the Ember, but what does it matter? They've lost 2 already. Emo standing his ground with the Tempest Double, though. Here comes SCCC. He'll clean up. In fact, that wasn't the Tempest Double. That was a real thing. They take him out. They'll take down JT as well. A 2-for-4 trade. And that's the best team fight IG's found so far, believe it or not. The end, it is going to cost them an Aegis and a Chi. No, in fact, it is just an Aegis. It's the first Roshan of the game.
Yeah, and that's, again, a fairly free Rosh. Going the way of Newbee. Like, look at this. He's just going to farm with us. He's going to be happy with that. They've already taken all these outer objectives. The high ground is always going to be hard, whether or not you have that chaotic offering.
Gia cops the Hex. Emo doing a fair bit of damage. The Shackles is long enough, and I believe he just popped a BKB. Ooh. Gia wastes the 10-second charge as he goes down. You do see Arming being very annoying in that Ancient Black Dragon. Just pushing out the waves over and over again. And this, John, is the epitome of why we hate Arc Warden. And Lifestealer for that matter. Although SCCC will say hello. Now Arming, Rage TB should be okay though. No, yes. Fenrir gets the golem off. He does manage to get it off in time. Can Armin get out of this one? He's copying a lot of damage from SCCC. They're not enough yet. Meanwhile, Gia goes down to Emo. They do manage to get the Lifestealer in the end. They do lose the Ember Spirit in the process, though. So, bit of a trade going on there.
Yeah, it definitely is. And that's a fair enough trade for IG. I think you should be happy in the end with that. You managed to find that Ember Spirit. That's a pretty big kill. Although that doesn't dissuade Newbee. They're still going to go in.
SCCC going straight after JT. That's a dieback and dogfights. Wow. Oh my.
He just got deleted. Just the Santis drop. He just disappeared.
By the way, Refresher Orb picked up now on SCCC. There's the courier. What was that? Oh, it actually got the cheese. Oh, very clever. I was looking at it going, they can't steal the Aegis. Newbee continuing to lock down the jungle of IG to ensure they really can't farm safely. GG, got to be very careful up this top lane. Ollie in position. He does break the Lincolns and gets the Hex off. The Burrow Strike from Awen also misses, and now Emo sends the Tempest Double in. Here comes Arming as well. They will be able to get GG, or maybe not. In fact, no, they do. Ollie will be the trade for it. Now the rest of Newbee trying to come in to try and find something out of this. SCCC really wants to find that lifesteal. They even dropped the Golem for it. They thought he was in the tree line. Awen's still looking for him. He has the Burrow Strike in a few seconds, but there's the Rage TP, and there's no way to cancel it without that Golem. Awen, thinking about going back in. Emo might spot him out, but no, he's in the tree line. He'll be okay. They have found somebody else, though. Who's that? That's the OD. SCCC, that's going to be his first death of the game. Dogfights just immediately committing that BKB black hole, not wasting any time. And that's something I did not think I'd be saying 20 minutes ago, but they might even find the racks. How do you defend this without the OD? You don't. They're trying their best. The lifesteal is starting to fall low, but not low enough. He'll just rage up and take it. And now the golem's been dropped, but is it going to be enough? They will eat the cheese on Ah Ming. He cops a fair bit of damage, but he is out. They've lost the net worth advantage here to IG. Roshan getting fairly low, but you've got to be worried about that black hole initiation coming in from the Enigma. They will smoke up and have a look for him, but the Roshan's still dropping fairly quickly. Gia jumps in a bit early though. He'll get out of there immediately. Now they do jump in the backline. Who have they got there? The Shadow Shaman, but no, the black hole. It comes out and they caught 3 of them, but there's the golem. They do cancel it off, although there is the buyback from Ollie. Fenrir's golem about to drop. Who do they even aim for? It looks like Newbee just trying to get out. In fact, no, they're reinitiating, but there's a secondary black hole, but it's whiffed. Dogfights. He does end up calling Gia on the tail end. Gia screwing up the remnants. YG now catching the Enigma. There's the Sanity's SCCC though. He gets hexed up. He's in trouble and he's down. He does buy back immediately. Ollie being forced to die back almost. In fact, no, Awen will be the one to maybe die back here. He does go down. There's another Sanity's SCCC. Buyback from the Sand King. Emo, he gets astraled up. That's the real Arc Warden, but they don't want to fight that right now. They want to go for the Life Stealer. Can they get it though? Ah Ming actually just going to man fight by himself right now through the rage, but that's eventually going to wear off, and now they want to go after JT, but no, they found Gia with the Hex. Can they take him down fast enough? They can't. Inside Newbee just trying to get out of here. Ah Ming smelling blood on the water. Is going to chase after YG or Awen, hoping for a lucky bash, but doesn't find it. YG, though, getting trapped up. Now the Burrow Strike comes in, but I don't know about this. The double Light Strike Ray is there as well. They've got to make the jump sometime, but they may opt to just allow this to go down. Hex will go out on SCCC. We'll get the stuns off. Burrow Strike won't connect on the Lifestealer, but they burst the Aegis down with the Laguna Blade. Now SCCC moving in. He almost got Dogfights. In fact, it will be Gia jumping back in, but the BKB being popped. Now the Epicenter going through, but Awen doesn't do enough damage. SCCC just trying to get out of there. Meanwhile, a black hole going on just on Awen. Just trying to make sure this Sand King does not kill this Enigma. Awen will not find the kill. The refresh will be there on the black hole. And Awen is going to make it out. He'll TP back to the base. In fact, the Lifestealer, of course, did die, did lose the Aegis, but that we don't really consider that a death. And they will go back into the racks. Remnant in. Straight after Gia just manning up against 3 of them. He wants to go after that Enigma. Again, BKB being popped immediately. JT just going to TP, but it gets cancelled. It's a nice pick-off opportunity on JT. Aeon Disc will proc. Meanwhile, Gia still chasing Dogfights. He really wants that Enigma. He will find him as well. They found JT on the Omni Knight. A nice wipe going on, though that mid lane has been pushed in once again.
Just one black hole, actually, because the refresh is not going to be up for the defense. Although, again, we are seeing all those spirits out. Those spark rates.
It was weird usage of the shard as well, because he just wanted the BKB usage. In fact, they jump in straight onto that Lifestealer. Ah Ming, he's gone. Gia going in by himself, just dancing around them. Emo, he's going to be very careful about that. Gia just bursting down Ollie. Ollie has no buyback available, so they're going to go for that mid-racks now. Newbee, have they pushed it back? It's really Emo on that Arc Warden you've got to worry about. And look at all those remnants coming out. How do you push into this? They'll go down to the bot lane instead. YG, he says, screw this, I'll do it myself. But again, there will be a rotation in though. SCCC jumping in. They really want Emo. They don't find him yet. He BKB's up and he's going to walk out of there. Oh no, Gia is still going, but there's the black hole. SCCC, he goes down to the Lifestealer. The golem's been dropped by Fenrir, but it was way too late. No buyback available on SCCC. John, did you see how clutch that BKB was from Emo? They're going to go for the racks first. Awen, Burrow Strike in. Dogfights does have the refresher orb ready to go, so he will have a black hole if necessary. For the moment at least, they'll be able to claim that bot racks. Newbee not willing to really go in quite yet. They're going to try and defend that top one though. Awen gets caught out. Can they burst him down fast enough? Laguna being used, but no, the cheese is there. And Arming will get started straight onto that Rex. They want the Mega Creeps up and running. This Arc Warden makes it so darn hard to try and defend because you just keep throwing this Tempest Double in, you BKB it up, and he just does that.
Okay.
Gets an Invis Rune. I suppose the whole point of this is you want that double damage, especially at this stage of the game. They are going to be able to grab the Aegis. There's another Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Ollie picks that one up for himself for the moment, but he might just give that over to dogfights, honestly. Because that Aghanim Scepter on the Enigma is a hell of a lot of damage. Awen may get caught out top lane. Yeah, they found him. Sight Device will be there from Emo. The Remnant's giving vision, and Awen has no way out of this. No buyback available for 2 minutes, and Emo is really giving them a lot of all chat for this.
Basically the entire reason that this game is still going for IG after a really terrible 30 minutes. You know, they just hold out and they turn it around like this. And again, that's the Arc Warden effect.
Jumping in. GG are going straight on that Enigma, doing a lot of damage in fact, but not enough yet. Sanity's being dropped, but the Black Hole, it won't come out in time. The Laguna just finishes him off, and now SCCC refreshes, but could not get the double Sanities off. He will buy back. GG needs to get the hell out of there. They lost YG with no buyback available. If they can't afford to lose this Ember, and it looks like he should be okay. But the Rax may not be so lucky. Fatal Bonds comes out, gets dispelled immediately. Fenrir looking to drop the Golem. CCC blink out of there, and that is Mega Creeps though. Golems has been dropped. Where's the follow-up though? Fenrir, he's just gonna die it looks like. Well, there's a secondary Golem coming out, but again, no real follow-up to it. 3 heroes down with no buyback available, so Newbee, they're gonna try their best to defend this. Though IG certainly, after 60 minutes now, want to finish this game off and force this to a 1-1, and there it is, GG called by Newbee. That'll even the score out. And of course, this is a best of 5, and well, we'll have at least 4 games now.
Yeah, I mean, that's really Arc Warden in a nutshell. 60 minutes. Newbee goes back to that Naga Siren, and that is a decent enough counter to the Storm. I mean, just the song to set up, possibly even, you know, afterwards going for the root. That's going to end up with a nice amount of gold injection towards Awen. Should be able to get himself a good amount of EXP towards that level 3 as well, so he's going to have a good time as the lane progresses. At the same time, though, your Morphling is pretty much free-farmed. Aming is just really not threatened at all by this, and he's just going to have a fine time.
Mid lane, Emo actually finding first blood. YC, he came in, ends up copying the Vortex and ends up going down as well, so he wanted to set up. Meanwhile, both couriers go down. It's like you've gotten the farm, but you've also given the same amount away.
Yeah, it's certainly not looking like a complete wash for Newbee so far. In fact, Awen is in a touch of trouble.
Yeah, Ollie just trying to get in range for the Shackles and does find it. And with that, it should be enough. Awen, he cannot survive the damage, will end up going down. That makes matters a lot worse to see a Bristleback die that easily, considering how much farm he has had. Top lane, Awen could be in trouble again. Another loop around here from Ollie. Just trying to get in range for those Shackles. They haven't dealt as much damage this time around, so it shouldn't be a kill. I mean, even hitting him just from the back, not even bothering, just trying to loop around to the front. And Ollie now going to be in trouble. YG comes in, and well, that's going to be a very easy kill. Now, can they find the Morphling, though? Probably not. SCCC is here to help out. They will try to get the Morphling in the end, but he still is going to be able to waveform out. And now Emo wants to turn it around. He does a lot of damage to Awen, but not quite enough yet. In fact, never mind, he does. A double kill coming out for the Storm already. At the very least, they'll get SCCC out of there, but still, 2 kills going to the Storm just like that. IG, do you think they're doing enough quite yet? I mean, it's 2-6 now, 3k net worth lead. How much more do you feel like they need to do? In fact, hold that thought, because Jar Jar now might be in trouble. Does have the song available just in case, though. I thought they may throw the Black Hole out. They did not. JT held on for quite a while, though look at Emo just zipping all the way in. The Shrine has been popped, but Ollie found the shackles, and with that, they're going to be able to set up for a track kill. Emo will not be the one to pick it up, it will actually be dogfights. But nevertheless, you're still going to be very, very happy with that pickup.
But, you know, the moment he has that Diffusal Manta up, he's going to be active on that map.
Dogfights finds Fenrir, is going to go after Fenrir, although SCCC is around the area to defend his Warlock. Do they have detection? They do dust him up, and Dogfights surely pays for trying to go after the Warlock once again, and well, he gets chained up, he gets Earth Spiked, and he is dead. And for some reason, YC is the one that continuously finds the kills on the line. He's going to have a pretty nice blink timing on this line as well. He's already got 1.4k net worth just sitting in the bank account right now, though. Hold on a minute, the top Shrine. Emo jumps in. Awin in trouble, though, is managing to run away, but Emo will eventually find the kill. They did commit the Golem drop to try and defend this Bristleback, but it will not work out in the end.
So we'll see as to how long it takes for him to really bounce back in.
To be fair, though, towards SCCC's credit, this is a bounty hunter game after all. He's never really going to be ahead. Or they missed the Earth Spike on to Ming, but it might not matter. He started strength morphing. They did get the Hex off, and he's copying too much damage. So nice waveform TP. Remnant goes in. Finger is there, though. And Awin somehow finds the kill on the Bristleback. Apparently, one of the Quill Sprays hit him for the last hit, but looks like IG plans to get aggressive once again. Straight into that Radiant jungle, though. There are 3 heroes, and they're ready for this. SCCC pops the drums, wants to go for it. Again, straight onto that Bounty Hunter Dogfights. Just burst that man down before the tracks come out. Now a 3-man Earth Spike, but the Morphling's in there. They've taken down 2 now. Golem being dropped just to make sure SCCC can't get out of there. They found the Warlock as well. Fenrir probably going to fall down to Emo. They found Awin on the Bristleback, and that's a 4-man wipe. In fact, it could be a 5-man, although that's just the Golem. The Naga Siren isn't going to be around the area. YC does have the Blink Dagger available. You have that instant Hex lockdown on Emo. They might try for it again. In fact, they do. They jump in. The illusions coming from the Naga. This could be enough with the finger, and it will be. Emo goes down to a Lion and some Naga Siren illusions.
Pretty much for free. No vision from Newbee to spot this one out. And they don't have a scan to expend. There are pinks coming out, though.
They've smoked up themselves. They might make it in time, in fact. If Awin can disrupt long enough with the Bristleback, he's going to run straight in with the BKB. The Roshan's still not low enough to take down. They're going to leave it. Ollie, he's in trouble. 3 remnants, SCCC cleaning up. Dogfights, he'll survive. JT throws out the black hole, but the song's there. It cancelled off immediately, and they're going to take the Roshan off the side of IG. Yoink from Jar Jar, although he might end up losing it immediately. In fact, he will. Ming does find the kill. SCCC still finding kills, but does end up dying to Emo. Now they want to punish for this Roshan steal. Emo jumps in, but doesn't have much mana. The Golem finally being dropped from the side of Newbee. Now they're copying way too much with those Fader Bonds. Emo, he goes down. Now can they get the Morphling? They will lose Jar Jar on the Naga Siren, so he's dead. Awin, he might end up falling as well, and he does. JT kind of walks back in. YC, Finger of Death will not be enough, but Fenrir's Golem is there. They'll find the Enigma at least. Another track kill going out from Dogfights. IG appear to have won that team fight. It was a very, very close call, and
you're slowing down SCCC. He's starting to build into those Boots of Travel, so he's going to have map presence, but the damage, the durability...
Jaja. He's in, but he doesn't realize IG are right there. Emo zips in, goes straight after the real Naga Siren. This is not great news. He just respawned, but you talked about it earlier on with those towers going down at the bot lane. The jungle's not safe to farm anymore.
So you do lose out on your Naga. It's a bit of a misplay from Jaja as well. He used the Manta style a bit early. He didn't use it for dodging anything out, and this tier 2 down mid going to be under heavy pressure.
Awin gonna BKB up and go for some kills. Meanwhile, the Morphling gets hexed up. Can they burst him though? Emo jumps in. Meanwhile, Ollie goes down to Awin, but they'll lose Fenrir on the Warlock. And now Awin getting controlled up. He's really not as tanky as you'd assume, and he looks like he probably will go down. There's the Spirit Vessel, and that'll tick him out. The adaptive strike to finish him off, and another track kill going to Ming on that Morphling. I believe it was the Warlock. Yeah, it was the Warlock that used it on him and just said, sit there. Just be quiet, Awen. Don't make a sound.
Oh, a CCC?
When he's getting jumped on, Emo found him. They have the silence as well, and he goes down. Another track kill going to Ming. They're going for more. Jia, he really doesn't want to get caught out like this. He will manta up, and look at Emo zip right in. Silence is there with the Spirit Vessel. Golem drop will not mean anything, and Fenrir, he gets caught as well. Another track going to the way of Ming. Oh no. 3 down for the side of Newbee and IG. I mean, look.
You know, they have all the tools they need. They dropped the Serpent Boards. They're going to be sieging that tier 3 now. And again, with no Golem drop from Newbee, the defense is just really hard to pull.
Chains are out. That was from the Morph. Emo jumps in. YC is gone. Now they get the Hex off onto Awen, but they won't even bother. They just go straight for the racks. They will claim it, and it looks like that'll be enough for them. JT, of course, does have the Black Hole in case they need to go back in.
I don't think the Naga Siren is as great as the Arc Board in the lane and game out. It can do a lot, but the timings aren't as great. The cooldowns aren't as great to play around. The high ground defense really is just on Song.
Awen just kind of going to stand there with his back turned, and now Ming jumps in. BKB used. Underneath the shrine, though, not going to be the greatest team fight, but no, never mind. SCC's gone. Now the Hex comes out on Awen. They're just controlling him up. Naga Siren Illusions are ripping apart Ollie. He goes down. Those aren't even the real Nagas. JT, meanwhile, trying to find a Black Hole opportunity, and he might just use it on Awen. Meanwhile, Song being committed by Jia, and they just have to get out. Well, things are only going to get worse in a moment, because Roshan is going to be taken by IG with no contestation. Newbee have absolutely no clue. Aegis will be taken by Ming. They'll give the cheese away to Emo on that Storm, making sure he takes out a couple waves, just ensuring that they can't go for maybe tier 3s, although they still can if they really want to. But they'll have to defend their own first. Emo just going to jump in by himself straight onto that Bristle. Awen, so much damage he's copping right now. He cops the shotgun as well, and he is down. He does have buyback. He will have to expend it looks like. Serpent Wards get dropped, and there's the buyback coming out from Awen. Song to set up, but what are you setting up with? There is a Golem drop, there's Fatal Bonds as well, but it's got to be all perfect. They are going to, well, they're not going to drop anything quite yet. Emo just jumped in straight into the backlines, and YC's gone. Now Awen will be the target. A dieback on the Bristle would be pretty darn nice, although Bristle is going to fight back. Earthspike is there on the bounty. Now the Black Hole. He caught 2 of them. It's bloody perfect, and there's the GG call. SCCC doesn't even wait for the Black Hole to end. As soon as you see it, you know it's over, and they're going to dive the fountain in celebration. YC would die again, and that's a full team wipe. IG will extend their lead 2-1 now against Newbee in this grand final.
So you have a nice combination coming out from IG. Newbee close out the NP. That's the first time we've seen this here in this tournament so far. And that's going to be interesting to see just how well. But I will try. Although it does look like Ming again should be able to get away.
Very close. YC, he may have overextended though. He will end up going down. It will not be a first blood. The gold was split because the tower did most of the damage.
So again, it really remains to be seen what exactly they plan to do with Awen. Because again, he's just farming up here. They do get a stun off.
Well, YC doing a fair bit of damage, but again, dropping low, but he might find the kill, and they do. It's worth dying for that. The Strength Morph just not fast enough at level 1, the attribute shift.
Of a gank coming in any single time is enough to keep IG on their toes. So have to watch out for Awen to hit those timings. He is kind of having a decent enough time in this lane as well.
Emo, mid lane, goes on SCCC, does find him, but the Burrow Strike is there from YC. He does not have a Remnant out to get out of there safely, and Awen was there with the rotation anyway. This will allow a bit of a lane switch now. Jar going to go into the mid lane up against Emo. With SCCC just not bothering around that area anymore, although there will be rotations coming in. SCCC going to jump in. Emo not expecting it though. No, he does. Sleight of Fist dodge into the Remnant out. Very nice reaction from him.
Not really managing to drop him low enough, and he is just going to go back to farming. He does have his Midas up, so we are going to be looking for him to pick up bigger items as the game goes on, and dogfights.
Yeah, there's no way to escape that as Triple C, just easily setting up with the Vortex. YC was coming in with the Burrow Strike, and it looks like they will have a go at Ollie once again. He's really got no way out of this one. They sprout him up. He's just a sitting duck, although he does ride the Winter's Curse, but he is still going to go down in the process, it looks like. Can they find a trade? They'll find Fenrir. Now they'll chase for more Awen. He's the next target. They'll stun him up. Awen is definitely dead, and he does go down in the end. JT again looking for more. They want SCCC. The Remnants forward. SCCC out of mana and does get chained up. Emo doing a lot of damage, but again, more mana to come with that magic stick, and SCCC will have enough to get out.
The Newbee just, as of yet, does not have the response ready.
We'll smoke up though from IG. Oh, Jar doesn't want to get caught out like this, but he might have no choice. Though, there is a nice stun coming out. IG maybe in a bit of trouble, though. Rolling Thunder does come off. SCCC goes straight after Ollie. They have taken down the Sven. They'll get Fenrir as well. Dogbites, he barely managed to get out of there. SCCC wants to go back in, but has no mana. YC gets caught out. He's probably going to die, and he does. A double kill coming out from Emo. Now they found SCCC as well. He's got no mana to get out of this one. He goes down, and that's a 4-man wipe. That looked really bad for IG for a second.
Yeah, it's a relatively straightforward push. All SCCC needed to do was zip in, get the Vortex off. Jaja was there to get the stun on as well, and Aming in a spot of trouble.
They have Fiend's Grip. Fenrir should be able to get this very easily, and he does use it immediately. You do have the follow-up Burrow Strike, the Strength Morph is there. Epispinner and the Spirit Vessel being thrown out, but here comes Emo trying to help. Is it enough? In fact, it might be. He gets out just barely for the moment. They have Ollie there now as well. The Curse, he hasn't used it yet. The Cleave, Jaja, he finds 2 of them. Can he find Emo? No, he cannot. The Remnant out will be there. The hesitation, though, on the Curse. He didn't Cold Embrace either. Sanking gonna move forward now. Spot out Ming. But does he? There's a stun. They already broke the Linkers and he just melts. Jar now moves straight into Ollie again. Winter's Curse available. He'll at least maybe find a trade on the Nature's Prophet. In fact, no, he won't even find that. Awen does manage to survive, and that'll make it a 19-12 now. 3k net worth lead to the way of Newbee.
They can really focus down on this morph. I mean, it's just the Lincoln Sphere on Ming. That's really not the be-all, end-all for Morphling just yet.
JT with the team smoked up. They have a double damage on Emo, and they want to try and catch off SCCC, but no, they'll go for the Prophet instead. In fact, they might still find SCCC, and they do. Awen so low right now, he will go down as well. I thought the lasso was the wrong target, but it just didn't matter. They got the chains off thanks to Emo, and that was all they needed. It looks like they were about to send the courier in to give a bit of vision, but that Roshan, he's going to be quick. YC, is he going to go for it? It is too late anyway. Aegis will go to Emo, and they will back out immediately.
The top lane still having that tier 1 is a bit of a boost for Newbee, but the rest of their jungle is just kind of exposed.
Jaja going to be in trouble. Him and SCCC trying to get out of the situation. Emo going to spot him out though. Chains do come out. Does get the stun off. JT doesn't have lasso. Now SCCC jumps back in. Awen TPs. They'll find one. Emo's still by himself right now. He needs his team. Dogbites comes in. Rolling Thunder goes out as well. They're going to go after that Storm Spirit first. They don't burst him down quite yet, but he does go down. Now the Winter's Curse Ollie. He's setting up for the next couple kills. Chains come off again. A lot of damage going out onto that Sven, but Jar still surviving. And now the Epicenter Burrow from YC. But the Gold Embrace is there. SCCC, he'll buy back. He'll find the kill. He'll go after Ollie next. And it looks like Ollie is just a sitting duck. He will end up going down. Meanwhile, Dogfights wants to get the hell out of there as well. But Fenrir and Awen are making the chase. And, well, it actually won't be a kill. Who else have they found? And with that 10-second charge, they are going to go make a play. Now, this is great timing from IG, because in about 15 seconds, they're going to have the Roshan respawning. They might check it first. They do. They are a bit early, but if they can find a pick-off, SCCC would be massive, and they get the lasso. But YC, what kind of reaction is that with the Burrow Strike? He saves the day for the moment. Cold Embrace will be there on the Sven, though. Winter's Curse will be there, and now they will finish off SCCC. Jar Jar trying to man-fight the Morphling. They will go for YC instead, although no, he gets out just in the nick of time. They'll get the chains off on the Sven. Emo wants to chase this Jar Jar Sven, and it looks like he will be able to. Stormhammer comes out of Ming. They should be able to finish him off, and they do. YC manages to get out on the Sand King, but what does that matter? Awen, he will barely manage to TP out. Perhaps not being aware that it's respawned, because they were just there about 10 seconds ago. They'll go for the T3 tower and perhaps just try and force out some buybacks instead.
Yeah, I think that's a fair enough move to make. Again.
Ooh, Epicenter Burrow Strike onto 2 heroes. It's a lot of damage coming out. Dogfights need to get out of there. There was a buyback from Jar Jar, and he jumps in. He cleans up Dogfights. Now Ming, what does he do? He needs to get the hell out though. No, he'll man-fight. Emo comes in. Look at the damage he's dealing as well. They can't afford this dieback on the Sven right now. Jar Jar just trying to get the hell out of there, but they're holding him down. And they will fight. In fact, no, not quite yet. A double stun comes out. They'll allow the Sven to get out of there. Somehow, he does manage to survive. They'll lose their JT on the Batrider. And it looks like they've had enough on the side of IG. I mean, if buybacks were what they came for, they got them. But it did cost them in the end as well. It goes down way too quickly, so Newbee should be able to claim this for themselves. Illusions are coming in, but it's all too late. So Newbee picking up a very important Aegis, especially considering how the game's going for them right now. They look at the smoke from IG. Newbee perhaps not expecting this. Oh, Jar Jar. Mid lane. They get caught out. They spot him out. Emo jumps in for the chains and now the lasso, but he got the BKB off. Will he survive the damage though? The rest of the team comes in. YC. Again, a clutch Burrow Strike. Winter's Curse is there. SCCC, he kind of zips into it though. Can he get the job done? Jar Jar, he's going to die back, and he does. They gave the Aegis to the Storm Spirit, and there it goes as well. That is not great news. Awen going to get caught out by this Morphling. SCCC, who's he going for? He's chasing Emo. Epicenter comes out of YC, but it doesn't do enough damage. Now they've got the Storm in the stun. SCCC still chasing for Emo, though. Emo is still alive. The Cold Embrace, he will end up going down at the end, but they've lost SCCC. No buyback available on the Storm. Can they find more? YC gets Yuled up. Fenrir being chased down by Ming, but he'd rather the Sand King instead. JT, that Nature's Wrath does a lot of damage. My goodness, and now the Burrow Strike back in. He'll hold him down. JT goes down as well. I'll tell you what, John, this Sand King, he is holding the fort for Newbee so hard right now, it is not even funny. The main problem for him, though, is the lasso and the Winter's Curse. So I'm not sure how much value you're going to have out of that.
Yeah, it remains to be seen really just how far he can push his hero now. And that item, although...
No buyback on Ming. They jump in, but no, the Yules are there. SCCC, he wants to go for this, but Winter's Curse is there immediately. Meanwhile, on the backlines, they're trying to find Emo, but he's just going around as well. There's a lot of damage coming out of Ming. He just bought that Eye of Skadi. He'll take down one. That was YC going down. Who have they got on the backlines? It was Dogfights, but he just gets out of there. Awen has been left alone. He understands he is dead. He does sprout up, but it does not matter. They get through it this time around. And I was a bit afraid for Ming. I mean, he just bought out that Eye of Skadi. He would have had no buyback available. Winter's Curse could come out at any moment, although it was on cooldown, but it is now off cooldown. They'll get the T3 tower. Awen does have some rat potential up at the top lane, by the way. IG have to keep an eye on that. But it looks like they'll probably back off after the Rax is taken, although they'll jump in on the Morph. But he's strength morphed all the way. He's got over 5k HP now, and he can walk out happily.
Which, with these kinds of heroes, make a massive difference. But still, these heroes, once you fall behind them, you just have a bit of a hard time bouncing back in, especially when you're sharing farm with the Sven.
Ooh. Lasso, mid lane. They will find Fenrir, so the Bane is gone, and that was a dieback. Fenrir won't be back for another minute and 10 seconds. They can rotate to the bot racks now through the mid lane, and that is exactly what they'll do, but the TPs are coming in. Newbee, how do you defend this? I hear an Epicenter coming out. YC, he's going to jump in straight on the Morphling. It's a lot of damage coming out as well. Ming, he does melt immediately. Winter's Curse was not there in time, and now SCCC looking to clean up. He goes straight after Ollie, misses out on Emo, but he finds 2 massive pickoffs. Pretty much less than 1k for IG, and keeps bouncing between the two teams, so nobody's got an advantage here. 30 to 26 at 41 minutes in. What a game we're watching. Emo gonna jump in, but A1 has backup. It's a bit of a bait here from the side of Newbee, but when are they gonna jump in? It's not quite yet. Dogfights jumps in with his own Aghanim Scepter now. Swashbuckle's going everywhere, and Newbee really holding out here. They do jump in finally now. Jia, he will go in straight on that Pangolier. Dogfights will be alright for the moment. SCCC though, he does find Ollie, so no Winter's Curse available. Now they'll go after the Morphling, but he morphs into the Sand King and Burrow strikes out. They have found A1 once again. More Swashbuckles jumping through everything. Ollie will buy back. Can they actually get this Nature's Prophet? It looks like they will be able to in the end. So there was a buyback coming out from Ollie.
I'd say JT. If not Emo, then JT. I think you get a lot more value from JT. Just the double lasso coming out is really strong. Although they might just give it to Emo, which also makes sense. Like, again, the Remnants, all the utility you get from that is pretty darn strong as well.
They want to make sure this is a steady and secure win instead of taking any unnecessary risks.
Well, 78% chance on Dota Plus right now for IG. SCCC zips in, zips out. Burrow strike, YC, he gets caught out, Lasso is there. Now, he doesn't have buyback for a few seconds, and he doesn't have the gold for it either. He will survive for the moment. Yules will keep him alive. Now the Ghost Scepter as well, YC. He'll Burrow strike out. It won't be enough. Meanwhile, in the backlines, they're going after Dogfights. They'll commit the Fiend's Grip for this Pangolier, though can they find him? Emo, he'll jump in. He wants his team fight. Fenrir probably going to go down, and does. Now Jar, he's out of BKB. He can't use it anymore, though. He'll turn around. What a massive swing of that sword. 1.3k crit. It won't be enough, though. He'll buy back. Now SCCC zips back in, trying to find somebody with low HP, though he ran out of mana. The Burrow Strike will be there. The chains, they're not there from Emo quite yet. Stormhammer will find the Morphling. Remnant in now. Emo will get the chains off on A1, but they are falling very low on IG. They may be forced to back out, but they do still have the Aegis. They'll get another chains off on A1. He'll dispel it with the Lotus Orb, but now SCCC jumping in once again. Not really finding too much quite yet. In fact, he is dead. SCCC does have buyback, though. He'll get back into this team fight very soon, I'm sure. They are going after the Sven, however. SCCC, again, throwing Remnants out here and there. They want that Sven so bad. If they get the dieback, the game's pretty much over, and Jar, really no choice in the matter. He does die back. SCCC, the last man standing for his team. He's going to try and find Emo. He'll take him out. Can they get the Morphling? There's the lasso, but they catch JT with it. The Lotus Orb, keep him alive, but no, the dieback is there on the Storm. I think that's GG. Will play John. Awen, he's trying to survive this. He's underneath his own tier 4 towers, but it won't matter. In fact, he's going to man-fight the Morphling now. But again, he will go down. No buybacks available. They won't call GG yet, but it is pretty much over.
It definitely is. There's no way to defend this. You only have the Bane, and they tap out. IG with an impressive turnaround from games 2 to 4. And they do manage to clean out this tournament. Once again, from the lower bracket into the grand finals, Mike. How do they keep doing it?
I don't know. They do it every time. Every single time, without a doubt. They'll verse a team like Newbee, which turn out to be the favorites. They go to the grand finals through the winners bracket. And IG, just quietly, will go down to the lowers. They'll take their time. They'll have a bit of fun.